big Labor Day weekend plans, Kate?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Going out of town. Going to Colorado.
Colorado?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. What are you going to do there?
Well, we're supposed to do a little white water rafting.
Smoking doobies every day. Oh, okay.
Family trip, Matt. Family trip.
Oh, all right. You can always sneak an edible.
I could.
Kids might not notice.
The kids might notice, and that would be the problem. They're like, why is mommy sleeping? No,
Okay.
we're whitewater rafting. We're going to hit up Red Rocks, and there's a brewery we're going to, and I don't know if we're going to hit up the Rockies game. The Braves are in town. I'm not sure.
Damn, you're doing this all over
Yeah.
Labor Day weekend. Impressive.
Yeah. Yep.
Way to go. You flying out there? You're road tripping.
We are flying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got some cheap flights, so we're flying.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Are you going to catch a concert at Red Rocks?
No, we're just going to head up to Red Rocks. My girlfriend from college, that was our thing. Every time I'd go visit her, we'd go up to Red Rocks and kind of tool around and go through Morrisville.
But you never saw a concert there?
I have not. No.
Didn't see John Tesh?
Or Dave Matthews or...
John Tesh pops in my mind because he's so ridiculous. And I remember him. He actually did have a concert out there once, I believe.
No, that is pretty ridiculous. I would not see John Tesh, but I wanted to see. I was in town one time, and the Fray was there. We tried to get tickets last minute, and we couldn't get tickets. I would love to see like a Mumford and Sons there. I think that or Indigo Girls or somebody like that. Just cool.
Some a little bit more stripped down.
Yeah. But the little mountain town right outside Red Rocks. We always get Mexican food and margaritas and sit on the patio while we're hanging out, and I don't know if that's going to be as fun with children there.
Yep, kids.
But she got married at Red Rocks, so that was fun too. So we're going to have to spend some time there just to be like, it's been so long since we've been here.
And then when you get back in town, you're going to organize your closet for fall?
I'm probably just going to hang up my white capris and call it good.
You need to dig through boxes or anything like that as we approach wintertime, Kate?
Eventually I will.
Okay. I wasn't sure how unpacked you were.
Just because it's after Labor Day, I don't think we're full stream sweater weather.
You're not going to... Well, it's just a ceremonial thing, you know?
It's too early. Can't do it. It's like the pumpkin... Like, keep your pumpkin spice away from my margaritas. It's still 99 degrees out.
What do you think will happen to your margarita if they get too close?
I mean, I don't want your fall and winter flavor to poison my summer flavor. And when I say poison, I mean like, don't bring on blizzards. Bitches.
You're talking about literal blizzards from the sky?
Literal, like from pumpkin, the people...
Not DQ.
No, not Snicker blizzards. Nope.
Pumpkin spice DQ.
I mean, like, hey guys, 8 snow days because y'all wanted your pumpkin stuff. Here we are.
Y'all. In
October with a blizzard because y'all had to have your s'mores and pumpkins. I say y'all a lot, Matt. I do. Yeah,
I'm surprised I haven't called you out on it on the air before.
I know. I don't think I say it a lot to you, but I do in my email life and in my personal life, texting life. Yeah.
Where'd you get that from? Topeka?
I don't think so.
Okay. Because Topeka doesn't seem like a y'all town, but...
No. I think it's more like...
very folksy.
I don't think it is as much anymore. Like, ain't. I think that's folksy still.
I ain't got none.
I ain't got none. Baby ain't got no teeth. I feel like y'all has been more mainstreamed lately, so I don't feel so embarrassed by texting, hey, if y'all want to come over tonight, we're having some drinks in the driveway.
Chad and Anna, Gene and Kim, Kevin and Valerie, Mark and Gail, your neighbors?
No. Nope, we haven't done any neighbor, what do you call it? Community block parties lately. Maybe when it cools off a little bit.
So I was curious because we started talking about blizzards and then Dairy Queen, and I searched for Dairy Queen pumpkin, and sure enough. Yep. They have both treats. Let's see here. Pumpkin pie blizzard. And the other one is pumpkin cookie butter shake. Just now available. Mm-hmm. As of the end of August.
I did hear that pumpkin pie Kit Kats are out. One of my girlfriends said she saw pumpkin pie Kit Kats at maybe Price Dropper. Yeah. So if you were give me a break, break me off a piece of that pumpkin pie. It works, but
Kit Kat bar,
right? I would like to know if pumpkin pie, because you know the consistency of a pumpkin pie. Could you take a Kit Kat bar?
I don't like where this is going.
And use the pumpkin pie as dip.
Oh.
Like your Kit Kat is your chip, the pie is your dip.
Okay.
See?
Yes.
I mean, come on.
I say yes to that.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say use the pumpkin pie filling inside of the Kit Kat bar.
No.
That just sounds like,
no, but they do have pumpkin pie Kit Kats. So that's why I'm like, is there chocolate in the wafers? And is it a pumpkin flavored chocolate around the wafers?
It's been a long time since I've had a Kit Kat bar, but I think a traditional Kit Kat bar dipped in the pumpkin pie filling would be better than a pumpkin pie Kit Kat bar going into the pumpkin pie filling. No?
Yeah.
More contrast of flavors there.
Yeah.
And I haven't had DQ in forever either, Kate.
You're missing out, dude. They've got a drumstick blizzard that they did over the summer. So good.
Drumstick being the...
not a chicken drumstick.
It's like the ice cream that's dipped or something like that. Is that
it's
what that
the
is?
Ice cream with the dip, but then there's peanuts on the outside of the dip.
Okay, yeah.
And then you get the waffle cone in there too.
So that's like a ice cream inception or something. Right? Because you're already using an ice cream inside of an ice cream now? Using an ice cream-based ice cream?
No, I mean like you've got the ice cream, but then you've got the big chunks of chocolate and you've got peanuts in there and you've got cone pieces in there.
Oh, okay.
So it's like if you like smashed up your drumstick and put it in a cup.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's an ice cream inception. But they're not taking a traditional drumstick. They're fashioning their own like artisanal, made before you drumstick kind of deal. Adding what would be like the ingredients basically.
No, I think they're drumstick, like the company drumstick. So I think it's not like they're just making what would be a drumstick. It's like they smushed up a drumstick.
At DQ.
In the blizzard. Yes.
Okay. I used to get the Butterfinger one a lot when I was a kid.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Snickers is good. Snickers can be difficult because they're chunkier pieces, I guess, and more likely to get like frozen. Be a little more difficult to work your way through. Plus the caramel.
My favorite ever blizzard, though, that I haven't had in a long time. Favorite ever. Reese's peanut butter cups with Oreos.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
So good. So good. It's like...
Check out the extra toppings on Kate.
Spreading peanut butter on your Oreo before you eat it. So good.
Huh. No, never tried that.
You ain't living, Matt. You ain't living.
Well, peanut butter is worth trying on most things. Don't you think?
Most things, yes.
Have you had it on a hamburger? I feel like we talked about that before.
I feel like I have had it on a hamburger.
Okay.
It's maybe I haven't had an egg on a hamburger. But I have had peanut butter.
Yeah, there was one somewhere that was both peanut butter and egg on there. That's filthy.
Molly McGee's. You remember Molly McGee's in Lawrence?
I do.
I love Molly McGee's. They had a peanut butter burger that I loved.
I'm having a hard time placing it. Where was that located?
On Iowa.
Does it still exist?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
My brother worked there for years.
That's right, like South Iowa, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would drive from Leavenworth to go hang out with him at Molly McGee's. And then whenever we'd sometimes my family would meet in Lawrence to have dinner, like on a Sunday. We'd go to Molly McGee's and we'd get Cheese McGee's. You remember the Cheese McGee's? It was a big...
No, I think I rarely actually ate there.
Oh, you're missing out. So they had like this little kid's wagon, like a Fisher Price wagon. It was, the wagon was yellow. The wheels were red and the handle was blue or something, but it was a wagon and it was a big pile of French fries with cheese and bacon and onions, like a big fry nacho, and then they'd have ranch on the side. Oh my gosh. So good. Cheese McGee's.
Cheese McGee's. Got to be careful eating that since we've got COVID protocol here at the radio station. Employees have to come in, and since visitors can actually see the station when they come in, I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything for the company or anything like that. But got to come in and then use the little take your temperature off your forehead deal, and then there's like the list of things.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is diarrhea. If you've had diarrhea recently.
Mm-hmm.
So, and with the diets on some of these people in this building, Kate, Cheese
McGee's probably could have helped because there's enough cheese on there to stop you up.
Is that how cheese works?
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't know that?
Is that? I guess it does sound kind of familiar now that you mention it, but
cheese stops you up. Yep.
Including liquid cheese product?
Probably. It's from the cheese family.
I thought cheese product was made out of just like oil or something. Remember they used to have the commercials where they'd show off like Kraft cheese versus...
It's Kraft... Wait, hold on. It's Velveeta versus Cheddar.
That's right.
Kraft Velveeta melts much better. Cheddar's lumpy. Cheddar's oily. It drips right off your plate onto your doily.
Oh, that was so close to perfection, Kate.
I know. But what's sad is like, I don't know what I had for lunch yesterday. How do I remember these
Doesn't matter.
commercials from like 1985? And
I'm impressed. I don't remember the doily part, but I remember all the rest.
Yeah. Da 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 da.
Cheddar's a pretty good cheese, though.
Da 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 da. You know what? I agree with you, but I think that sometimes, especially in the breakfast world, I don't need cheddar. I would much rather have like the American cheese or the Kraft Velveeta that melts much better. Like when I'm making my eggs, I do American cheese.
Okay. Yeah.
So they're real cheesy, but they're not oily.
That's true. I mean, cheddar cheese is difficult to get to congeal and become one with the eggs.
Yeah. So
okay.
I throw a slice of cheese on there, stir it up, call it good.
I like to have just a couple small slices of cheddar adjacent to the eggs, and then you just kind of
take a bite,
cut off a little bit as you go. Yeah. But I understand the appeal of having one cheese infused, one gelatinous cheese and egg situation there.
I do love cheddar. And like I could eat cheese slices all day.
What do you mean? Which cheese slices?
Cheddar, pepper jack.
Okay.
Provolone.
Yeah, cheese plate. Watch out for me too with if there's a cheese plate out.
Really?
Yeah, well, I mean, not here at the radio station. I do a good job avoiding the tempting food items that come into the radio station, but like a family function or something like that. Yeah, if there's a cheese plate, it's like, be careful, Matt.
Do you ever bring the cheese plate?
No.
To the family function?
But I often take the cheese. Wait, is that the expression?
Cut the cheese.
I don't cut the cheese, ever.
Okay. Whatever.
How dare you?
Right. I thought that's what you were trying to say. Like, not take the cheese.
I think take the cake may have been the expression that I was confusing.
The cheese stands alone.
Yeah, the cheese does stand alone. For just like a minute before people are like, wait a minute, there's an errant cheese slice I could eat.
Wait a tick.
Well, with the weekend up on us...
yeah, what are you doing for Labor Day weekend?
I am going to the lake. Going to be a family weekend at the lake. My mom's birthday is Sunday. Happy birthday, Mom. Early.
Happy birthday, Mama Stooks.
Yep. So we're going to hang and have fun.
What are you going to get your mommy?
My mom is a valued listener, Kate. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Spoilers? Are you trying to get me the...
Aren't all of our listeners valued listeners?
Well, compared to my mom?
Okay.
Yes, you're right. Everyone's on Matt's mom's level here.
Okay. So you can't tell us what you're getting your mom because she's listening.
Well, yeah. Why would you think I would be able to say that?
Not sure.
Okay. Spoilers for Mom's birthday.
Sorry for it,
trying to fool me.
Trying to make conversation about Mama Stu's birthday. I wasn't trying to ruin her birthday. I was just,
I'm not sure if it'd be a ruinous.
That's usually what one says in a conversation. Oh, yeah? What are you getting her?
Well, yeah.
I forget that it's not just our conversation.
Yeah, typically it's a conversation that your mother can't hear when you're having those kind of conversations, right?
Yes.
Right.
Typically, one's mother is not listening to the conversation.
If they are, watch out for mom. Watch out for mom. Mom's got a listening device implanted somewhere in your purse. She sneaks in some kind of like a police grade snooping device.
Okay, so I can't ask this. Do you and your brothers go in on joint gifts? Or are you all responsible for...
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes. It kind of depends on the year. And, I mean, if there's a particular thing that's costly, and it's like, okay, let's pool our resources.
Yeah.
Then that year's more likely than others. But if there's just something that you want to give that's not extra costly, you can just do that yourself.
Is this a milestone birthday?
Is it a milestone birthday? I got to do math. Yeah. No,
okay.
No, it's not. No.
Okay.
71.
Okay.
I believe I'm right on that. Yeah, 71.
Okay.
They grew up so fast, Kate.
Mama Stukes and Mama Mary are the same age.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Mama Mary being your mom, yes?
My mama. Yep.
Okay.
Not just like Mother Mary, like Hail Mary. No, my mama. Mama Mary. Sorry.
No.
Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Okay. So, not a milestone year. Not going to tell us what you're getting her.
Well, real quick, would 70 have been a milestone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Milestone might be the wrong word. Major birthday? I don't know.
Milestone's probably right.
Okay. Of course, at this age, every birthday is a milestone. Wah, wah.
Well, I was going to say, like...
Just kidding. My mom would have, slugged me after that. She's like, you shut up.
Yeah.
But, Matt, I'm joking, but we're in a funeral home family, so, I feel like I grew up thinking 70 is not old. I think of 70 as still really young. So when I hear of somebody who passes away and they were only, 78, I'm like, oh, man, so young.
Well, I would figure being a nursing home family, you would have been exposed to people who died young.
Not a nursing home family, Matt. Not a nursing home family.
What?
Funeral home family.
Oh, did I say nursing home?
You did.
Oh.
Way different.
Okay, correct. I meant to say funeral home family.
Lots of different plans there.
I figured you would be exposed to lots of tragic early deaths.
We are. That's why I think, though, that when somebody reaches 75 and dies, then I'm like, oh, that's still young. Because you hear so much about young people. I don't know.
I'm not following.
When I was getting out of college, I know, I get it. When I got out of college, I told my parents when they asked me if I wanted to go into the funeral home business, I was like, can you promise me that I will only work with old people, no children or young parents?
And I can dress up like the crypt keeper.
That was not part of the deal.
Okay, I was just seeing if I could guess.
But my dad just straight up looked at me and was like, sorry, kid, that's not how this job works. And for real, it's not. I just don't understand how, my dad grew up around the funeral home. His grandparents had a funeral home, okay? So my dad grew up in the business. He's always known the business. But for my mom who didn't grow up in the business, I don't know how I don't know how you're called to do this. I don't know how they do what they do, Matt. I'm constantly in awe of how do you help so many people that are hurting and not take it with you everywhere you go?
It sounds tough, yeah, especially for a job that seemingly requires empathy.
Right.
I doubt there's too many psychopaths running funeral homes.
Well,
Oh. Your mom's competitors.
I mean, now that there's lots of corporations, now that funeral homes are now not in our listening area, mostly because there's still lots of mom and pop funeral homes, but there's lots of corporate funeral homes that are just the bottom dollar sell the casket, put them in the ground, get it done. So, yeah. But, I mean, I've only worked at the funeral home temporarily and like sporadically when they needed help. Like, you know, working a funeral or handing out, you know, the programs at a wake. And that, or being at the cemetery, that wears you out. I can't imagine like spending 8 hours with a family making arrangements and then like still have the rest of your job to do. And your heart breaks for these families and you just want to give them all you've got, and you've got more families to give all you got. I don't know.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of jobs out there that I am not emotionally fit to be able to handle. I'd say that would be one of them.
Yeah.
Being a doctor who deals with a lot of traumatic stuff. Also, if you're seeing lots of death that way.
Right.
No, thank you.
No. Because you can't hug it out and make it all better. Like there's some things you can't fix.
Yes, dead people are hard to fix. Yes.
Yeah. So I avoided the family business and went into country radio, where I like to talk about beer drinking songs and cheating songs, and slowly worked my way into the pop world. And
now you're a pop star.
Like me and Miley Cyrus are besties, and and radio, because it's not supposed to. Life isn't hard in radio, right, Matt?
Well, in the context of this conversation,
right?
Correct.
Right. Matt, you know, we were talking about tips for driving and kind of pet peeves for driving this week a little bit.
Yes. For example, we said if it's a downpour and you feel the need to stop and put on your hazards, that you need to pull over to the shoulder instead of staying in the cruising lane, 70 mile an hour lane. Yeah. You got some new tips?
Well, okay. I'm going to ask you how you feel about this because, okay. So when you are making a left-hand turn on to the street, so you've got traffic coming both ways, have you ever pulled out into the turn lane to wait to merge into traffic?
Okay, so like outside the radio station, for example, there's the gas station, and you could turn left into what would normally be the turning lane, and there's no median dividing the highway, basically, and you just hang out in there until you get a spot to cut in. I try not to. Now, this is weird because like typically I hit up the gas station on the way in if I need to fill up gas. And so pulling out of there, I pull into the center lane and then pull immediately down the hill to the radio station, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I guess I kind of do that. I don't know.
Okay.
But not in the way that I would imagine most people might, or some people might.
Okay. So yesterday, go to pick up the kids, and I have to make a left turn, and there's a lot of traffic coming to my left, and there's just a little bit of traffic coming to my right. So I think I can get into that turn lane, and for just not even 2 seconds, I'm not even parked. I'm like merging essentially for one car to go by. Okay. So I do that, and I'm not even stopped. I'm just like still going. Well, this woman must have been in a zone because the look on her face, she slammed on her brakes. She honked her horn. She flipped me off. I've got a car full of kids.
Damn.
And then she drove really slow. So I had to like slow down. Then, of course, we get to a stoplight and she's getting in the lane next to me, and she rolls down her window, and I roll down my window. I was like, lady, I was not going to hit you. I promise you, I was not going to hit you. And she said, I'm so sorry. I was deep. I wasn't paying attention. And all of a sudden there was your car, and I thought you were going to hit me. So I'm really sorry I flipped you off. I was like, thank you. But the kids in the car were like, oh my gosh, did you see that? And I was really calm. And I was like, hey, we're not going to start anything. Like the kids were like, you should flip her off back. I'm like, no.
Yeah, two wrongs do make a right.
Right. But rarely do you get that.
They do.
I didn't flip her off. I didn't even thumbs up her.
Oh, but you agree that two wrongs make a right?
No.
Okay.
Because I could see where if I also had a car full of children.
I still don't understand. Yeah, right.
I mean,
I don't quite understand what happened here. So you pull out like really quick and end up behind a car.
I pull out into the turn lane and I'm just going to merge into the traffic behind this car. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm merging as she's passing. Or not as she's passing. Like, I'm going to go right behind this lady.
Yeah. Yeah. You're immediately behind her. Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm in no way going to hit this woman. I knew exactly what was going on. I wasn't like not paying attention or anything. But I just was kind of surprised that we had this moment after it happened where I could roll down the window and talk to the woman as opposed to like, she just flipped me off and now I'm going to like stare her down or smile and wave or,
throw a whipped cream pie through the window at her.
Right. Because I just keep those in the car. Yeah. No, I just,
okay.
It was just one of those moments and I was like, okay. I never get a chance to be like, hey, I wasn't going to hit you or you almost hit me, buddy. So it was kind of funny. And the kids were like, well, that was kind of boring. She flipped you off and then you guys like apologized at each other.
What are the kids talking about? That's thrilling. I know. Fantastic.
That's how grown-ups are supposed to be.
That wasn't the journey I was expecting to go on.
I know. Some people go out into that turn lane and just hang out and wait. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't like to do that because what if somebody needs that turn lane?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very awkward.
Nobody was in the turn lane. I thought if I just quick get into that lane, then I can go. So
this one time I read this article about how UPS drivers are almost always turning right.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've ever noted, like if you've ever done the follow my delivery or whatever, and you're following your UPS truck and it's like, oh, they're in my neighborhood. And it's like, where did they go? It's like, well, their navigation system goes out of its way to focus on right-hand turns because a right-hand turn is obviously far easier to pull off than a left-hand turn. So I keep that in mind when I'm driving around. Like, is there a way that I could pull off a right-hand turn to get to doing what I'm trying to do? Oftentimes, no. It turns out if you need to deliver a package to a bunch of houses within a geographical area, it makes more sense than if you're just driving about town doing your errands or whatever. But I definitely do. There definitely are times where I'm like, oh, yeah, I could turn right out of here and do kind of a loop. Yep.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yep, that's right. So turn right to go left, I believe, was like the way that it was phrased.
I'll have to keep that in mind when I see my UPS drivers out there.
Yeah, so if you, dear listener, have ever been upset because it seemed like your UPS driver was in your neighborhood and then where'd they go? It's because they've got optimized routes that save them time getting around. We learn and grow so much each and every day about package delivery on Matt and Kate. All right, Kate, so I stumbled upon this article from CNET. They're amongst the different tech publications I follow, but, Mountain Dew is kind of related to tech. If you consider all the, they're always trying to get gamers to drink more dew. The headline, I accidentally inhaled flamin' hot Mountain Dew up my nose.
Oh, no.
And I feel so alive. So apparently this came right off the truck because you had to order it. We mentioned that you got to be part of Dew Nation. Well, Dew Nation is for the free shipping. That's right. But you got to order it from Mountain Dew's website if you want to have the flamin' hot Mountain Dew. And so, you have this journalist who's like, I must try this flamin' hot Dew. And just basically immediately opened it upon delivery. So it got a little shaking action on the truck on the way to him and whoop, right up the nose. And it sounds like what would be the typical, if you got any kind of soda up your nose.
Yeah.
But I wanted to share this part more than anything. As a survivor of one of the world's hottest hot sauces, I would rate the heat level at relatively mild. There's a distinctive peppery updraft in the back of your throat and into your sinuses, even when you consume it the proper way through your mouth. The citrus and spice combo is more melodious than with the infamous French's mustard beer.
Ew.
So there you go. A description, now that it's available, about Flamin' Hot Dew. What's it called again? Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew?
Flamin' Hot Dew sounds terrible, by the way.
Flamin' Hot Dew.
Flamin' Hot Dew.
No, thank you.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, I would take a sip of this. Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew.
I think I'd like to smell it. but I don't know if I want to drink it. I do that a lot with drinks, especially when somebody orders something that I've never seen before. I'm like, ooh, can I smell that? And more often than not, it's people that I know. And they're like, do you want a drink of it? I'm like, no, I just want to smell it. Thanks.
Like, you don't have any loose boogs, do you?
Right. And I don't do that to strangers. I'm like, can I smell your drink? Yeah. I'm just like, hey, can I get a sniff?
Okay, so I thought maybe I had the name wrong. And it's Mountain is spelled MTN, right? So all caps, MTN, space, do, all caps, restricted sign, flamin' hot, restricted sign. That's what it is. Although now, Kate, this is some shocking news here. I click on 6-pack Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot. 404 error. This isn't the dew you were looking for. Is this already sold out? Might be.
These are not the drones.
Right. There you go. Good reference. Star Wars reference.
Thank you.
Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope.
Thank you.
It looks like maybe they're just sold out. It seems like maybe Flamin' Hot Dew is no longer available, Kate.
Everybody wants the Flamin' Hot Dew.
Turns out. Yeah, actually, I did see that's right. A guy I follow on Twitter was pointing out that like the store was crashing when he was trying to order his Flamin' Hot Dew. So, oh damn. Okay, well, you may have missed out on your opportunity to get Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot.
I'm surprised you haven't made a reference to Flamin' Hot Dew was going to be at the Bottleneck, but
no. But their tour was canceled due to COVID-19.
Yeah.
There we go. Thanks, Kate.
You're welcome.
Teamwork. That's what's going to work.